Hi guys, today I want to talk about 5 things a narcissist will do or say if they're not liking what they're hearing while you're speaking. A couple months back, I made a few videos on narcissism and the videos did really well. There was a lot of engagement, a lot of comments, a lot of interest, a lot of dialogue. People even reached out privately to continue the discussion. So it seems like this is a hot topic and one that people are needing. And so I wanted to touch on this today. Before we get into it, I'll just say you will see these things commonly if you're dealing with a narcissist. And that's because narcissists are commonly judgmental. They are very tightly hanging on to their opinions, their beliefs, their paradigms. They think they're right. And they also have an emphasis or a focus on themselves. And so it's really hard for them to sit and listen to someone expressing different viewpoints, a difference of opinion, presenting new information that they haven't heard before, or even just talking too long because they want the focus to come back to them. So these 5 things I'm about to share, you'll see commonly. Narcissists aren't also known for empathy or self-awareness, so some of them may even be subconscious. They don't even realize that they're doing it. It's easy for them to feel anger and exasperation and boredom and impatience, and they don't even consciously know that they're demonstrating that or showing that to the speaker. So let's dive into it. 5 things. The first thing you'll notice a narcissist do when you're talking and they're not liking it is to kind of start to interrupt you softly. Yeah, I get it. I understand. I got it. They start saying that because they are letting you know it is their turn. They are done listening to you. They want the floor back. And so the narcissist in my life often would go, kind of just right over me as I was talking. And because it's kind of distracting, it convinces you to wrap up your points quicker. The second thing the narcissist will do is to sigh or exhale loudly or heavily. They start doing this on, and it's really meant to convey boredom, exasperation, and listlessness. Again, they are done listening. They want the floor back. And without all of these behaviors, the narcissist is really hopeful that they can get you to change your behavior so they don't have to change theirs. So if you get distracted enough or you start thinking, oh my gosh, maybe I've been talking too long, or what I'm saying is harmful to this person, or they're not liking it, you will be likely to stop talking sooner or stop doubting yourself, asking yourself questions. And that's what the narcissist is hoping for. So the or the loud sigh is designed to throw you off your game and get you to stop. The third thing you'll often see is a shaking of the head. You'll be talking, and as you're talking, the narcissist is just sitting there going. And what that is really designed to convey is no. When we shake our heads, that is the true meaning and essence of a head shaking is no, I disagree, I don't like what you're saying, you're wrong. And so again, when we feel wrong or we have someone giving us this sign that our beliefs are in question, we're more likely to change them or stop talking earlier. The fourth thing you'll see a narcissist do is roll their eyes or make facial gestures and mannerisms that are designed to convey disgust, that they're appalled, aggravation. They'll often crinkle their nose, furrow their brow, do something with their mouth. You'll see things like that's one example, or a shaking of the head and a rolling of the eye, sort of like a crinkled look where they're pulling back. And all of these are designed to send this message of, I'm not just thinking you're wrong, or I'm not just bored and impatient, I'm actually disgusted and appalled by what you're saying. That's how vile you and your message is right now to me. And the final thing is they'll just check out entirely, become disengaged, and start doing something else. They'll shuffle papers, they'll start looking around. If you're in person with a narcissist and you're in a room, they might even get up and start putting away the dishes or pulling things out to start preparing dinner. If you're at a desk or an office, they might start going through papers. They will fidget with something in their hands, and that's designed to just say, I'm bored. And oh, by the way, I'm probably not really even listening to you. I won't even make eye contact with you and give you the most basic level of respect is that I at least stay focused presently on you. And so these are the 5 things you'll see or hear a narcissist do: the interruption, the yeah, the sighing loudly, the shaking of the head, the rolling of the eyes, the scrunched up face, or the the disengagement where they're doing something else. If you are experience this with a narcissist, I do want to let you know you have some options. For a lot of years, what I did with the narcissist in my life is I would take on their emotions. So if they were bored or angry or appalled, I felt like it was my fault, and I felt like I had to adjust my behaviors. And what I realized at some point when I became more free was that is not my responsibility. It is their job to take care of and manage their emotions. I don't have to do it for them. The other thing I realized is that I didn't have to stay in a conversation where someone was going to blatantly disrespect me that way. So I had a couple of avenues I tried. You can always tell the person that you're noticing what they're doing and say, hey, I see you kind of made a face, or that you're shaking your head, or you rolled your eyes. I was wondering why, what causes that? Or, hey, as you did that, it kind of made me feel like what I was saying didn't matter to you. Sometimes the narcissist will deny that they've done it. They'll actually say, I didn't do that. I didn't shake my head. I didn't make a face like that. And at that moment, you're not dealing with an honest person. Maybe they're lying to you. Maybe they're lying to themselves. But at least you know where you stand, that they're not even aware or willing to admit how they're showing up to the relationship. But you get the right to say, I did see that, I did hear that, I did witness that, but I really want to feel heard. These viewpoints are really important to me, and maybe this is just not the right time to talk about this, because I just would prefer not to stay engaged with someone that's acting that way or behaving that way. So why don't we just pick it up another time? Maybe on a different day, you'll be more open to that. The narcissist isn't used to being told no. They're usually not expecting that sort of information. So sometimes that can be effective in actually redirecting what the experience is that they're putting on you back to them. And at a minimum, they can't get what they want, because at the end of the day, they don't really want to leave the conversation. They just want to have it on their terms. So if you're saying, I'm actually not going to share these things because I'm just not going to tolerate those things being said or done while I'm speaking to someone, I have a boundary around that, and I really want to engage, and I enjoy interacting with people that are more open to listening. You've not allowed them to have their way and to get what they want, which is, again, ultimately that you change your behavior and they win out. If you're dealing with someone that treats you this way, does these things while you're talking, I would exit the conversation at a minimum, maybe the relationship. Final disclaimer, one person doing these things one time or a couple of times, especially if they've had a long day or they're feeling stressed or they are angry about something else, that doesn't make someone a narcissist. It's when you see these things all together, or most of them together, in a repeated cycle over and over again, that's what really can give you a clue that you might be dealing with a narcissistic person. But remember, you get to choose your response to how you're treated. You can set boundaries for yourself, and you deserve respect. You don't have to take on the stuff of other people. It's up to each of us to manage and control our own emotions. With that, everybody have a great day. I hope you're doing awesome today.